Hey everybody, how's it going? It's build number 4. Today we are building our conditioning. We're working on our level of conditioning. We're going to try to push the heart rate and just keep it at a steady state higher level for most of our set. We have, we'll need a jump rope, and I've also got a set of 12-pound dumbbells, so something a little bit on the lighter side, just so that we can keep our consistent, kind of more quicker pace to keep the heart rate running. And if you don't have a jump rope, you can just pretend if jumping doesn't work well for you, a little shuffle, hop, or even like air jabs if you need to keep the feet on the ground. Anything that'll just kind of start generating a little bit of a higher heart rate will be fantastic. So let's go ahead and grab our mat, get a little bit of a warm up going here. So start with a downward facing dog. Tuck your chin, grab that core, pedal out those feet. Slide the shoulder blades down the spine. Stay relaxed between your shoulders and ears. Bring yourself all the way forward into an upward facing dog. Grab through the glutes, open up through the chest, elbows squeeze in tight. Push your hips back and up again, and then walk your feet in. Just take kind of a wide base of support. Bend into your right leg, bend into your left. We're going to be moving on a timer. Similar to our first day, we're going to be on a 1-minute timer with 10 seconds of transition. So every third exercise, we will have a jump rope set, so a minute of jump rope. Then we're going to have a minute of an alternating step back lunge. These are going to be weighted. Lunges have great ability to get the heart rate kind of up at a low level, higher level. Low level, higher rate, I guess is what I should say. So keep your feet hip width, and we're just going to lunge side to side. Belly holds nice and strong. Line those knees and toes. We'll have 10 seconds of transition, and then we're going to do a squat and a press. If you don't squat overhead or press overhead, then just squat and don't worry about the press. Then we're going to go back to our jump rope, and we're going to do a plank with a side knee pull. So you'll plank up, and you're just going to pull your knees alternating side to side, same elbow, same knee. And then we're going to do a squat thrust. That's a burpee without the push-up. If you don't plank, I'm going to have you come to your hands and knees, and you're going to just do the same thing using that transverse abdominis draw. Pull same knee in to the same elbow side to side, but you can feel free to stay on your knee on the other leg. You don't have to go into a plank. And then for the squat thrust, if you don't jump, no big deal. Hinge and reach. And if you don't plank, you can hinge and jump. All right, so there's some alternates for you there. We're going to go back into our jump rope. And then we're going to do a pull through plank. So you're going to twist, right leg under, tap for your left hand, left leg under, tap for your right hand. All right, if you don't plank, I'll have you do an alternating bird dog. So extend, bring everything back down, extend everything back down. Stay in control of the core. Try to keep your back nice and level and neutral, and make sure that you're using the flexion of the back and the core to hold support from the back side and through the front as you move side to side. Then we're going to do touchdowns. You won't need any weight. You just jump side to side, one leg back, hinging into that front leg. And then you're going to do another round of jump ropes, a front plank for a minute, and then a side plank, 30 seconds each side. If you don't plank, then I'm going to have you do a dead bug. So lie on your back, and you'll extend your body, opposite arm and leg. All right, there we have it. I am ready. I hope you're ready. We're going to start off with our jump rope. So hopefully you have space for that, or you can pretend, like I said. All right, 2 rounds. Other than our 10-second transitions, we're not going to have a break in the timer. So here we go. Get that jump rope going. Even if you struggle with jumping rope, stick with it. It's one of those things over time you should be able to develop. And depending on how long you've been working with me, you know that some days are not my greatest jumping rope days myself. I do really enjoy it though. I think it's a great way to get that heart rate up without having to go for a run or a bike ride necessarily. Check in your body in space. Heels are under hips, are under shoulders, opening in that chest. 5 seconds. Time. All right, we're going to go into that alternating lunge. Step back nice and far. Keep your feet hip width. Drive up through the front heel. Your pace is up to you. Remember, the heavier that you're holding weight, slower you'll go. Get some range. Open that chest. Keep that pelvis squared off and neutral. And we do that, remember, by grabbing the core. Make sure your chest is up, nice and tall. Line those knees and toes, and time. All right, we're going to do our squat press next. Ready, set, and go. Squat and press. Try to keep in mind what we're here for today, what our build focus is, building endurance, conditioning. Get those muscles going for sure. But we want that heart rate up. Not crazy, but whatever you can sustain for our half hour. Work with the breath. Pace with it. Time. All right. Get your weights out of the way. Grab that jump rope. 3, 2, and go. Whew. Lock in. Hold your flexions. Find your pace. You can hold, maintain, and then maybe try to push a little. Flick those wrists. So not huge movement in the arms. All right, you're going to do your side pull plank, or you can do it from your knees. High plank, shoulders up over wrists, and then pull side to side. Our last series, we did a lot of work on the core. working into there, flexing in daily. So keep strong there through that core. We want to keep that activation, all that we built up. Tuck in tight through the front of the belly, and then you feel your obliques on that pull, side to side. Dig in deep, stay with it. You have 4 seconds to go. 2 and 1. All right, and then we're gonna get our squat thrust. 1 minute. It's a lot. We can do it. Find your pace that you can stay consistent with. Remember, if planting and jumping off those hands doesn't work, just jump without going onto your hands. Try to keep the work going though. 10 seconds. Time. Whew. All right. Back to our jump rope. Ready, set, and go. You should be breathing. You got it. Tighten in through that core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to do that pull through plank or your bird dog. Hands and knees, extending opposite arm and leg. Otherwise, tuck under, side to side. Pace is up to you. You're finding your point of push. Your intensity level. You can get it. Definitely feel that grab through the core, underneath those armpits, front of the belly, obliques, lats. Brace into the back on the supporting arm. One. 10. Touchdowns. So you're going to do a curtsy lunge with a little shuffle. You don't have to touch the ground. I like to lean for it. Forces me to drop my hips. Doing great, doing great. Where are you digging in deeper? How are you building? Pushing yourself, driving for just a little more. Health, longevity endurance, conditioning, good range of motion through some of these moves today. Are you still grabbing into the core? 3 seconds, and then we're on our jump rope. Ready? And go. Last set of our first round. We'll have our planks, and then we're back to the top. Learn to scan the body as you're going along. What do you feel? Where are you grabbing? Is it in place? Keep your form. Man, time. Okay, we're going to go through our planks. Ready, set, and go. 1 minute in the front, and then we'll have our 30 each side. Tuck and hold. Pull the elbows back toward the toes. Find how you're building. How are you progressing? Pushing for more. Halfway, 30 seconds down, 30 to go. If you're not at the point, you can hold a plank for a minute. Don't worry about it. Just take breaks and come back. Get to the point that you can hold just a little longer, just a little further. 3, 2, turn to one side. Bring this over so I can see. All right, 5 seconds, and then we're on our side. You can stack your feet. You can stagger. One can go in front, or you can bend that top knee, place your foot on the ground, and have it help support you. Dig in. Find your motivation. Engage with what you're working, where you're progressing, how you're getting further. 3, 2, rotate, other side. Lift up out of those hips. Maybe lift the top leg if you'd like. You don't have to. You find where you're at. 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. All right. Got to get my jumping rope figured out. My tight space sometimes gets in my head. Worried I'm too far forward, too far back. Just got to go for it. Should have like a X marks the spot on the floor or something. Feel that core lock in. Ooh, feels good. That chest open. The back flexing. Seconds to go. Check in, get that core. Our alternating lunges are next. 3, 2, 1. All right. Alternate side to side. Step back. Keep those feet hip width. Your front knee is right on top of the heel, or as close to it as possible. As long as it's not shooting past your toes. More work in the hamstrings and glutes as opposed to your quads. So you do that by checking in, connecting, driving up through the front heel. Come on. Set into it. Flex. Check in. Toes straight ahead. Hips are level. Time. Take a little second. How's the heart rate? Hopefully it's up. Squat press. Work with that breath. Use the press from the legs to get those arms up. How's your stance at the top of the press? Tall body, heels, hips, shoulders, and then hands. Feel that core. Feel those glutes. Feel your back. More back than shoulders. We have 15 seconds. Time. All right. You won't need those. 3, 2, and 1. Gotta get those toes up, Kelly. Those toes up. Open that chest. Lock into the core. Woohoo! Come on. Get that push. 10 seconds. Time. Whew. Okay, side pull plank. Left knee, left elbow. Right knee, right elbow. Tighten into that belly. One at a time. Find your resistance. Really pull. Dig in. Get that elbow up there. We're over halfway there. Stick with it. Last 10 seconds. Time. Okay. Squat thrust or hinge and jump. Finding the pace. Just stick with it. Big wide open fingertips. Shoulders land on top of the wrist. Make sure you catch your hips with your core. Halfway. Come on, push for it. Time. Okay. Jump rope. And go. Definitely have that heart rate up. We're going to keep it going. Our jump ropes. Keep it going with those pull through planks. Fifteen seconds. Time. Whew. 6 minutes to go. Here we go. Plank and tuck. Or you're doing your bird dog. Keep shoulders over wrists. Keep booty in line with shoulders. It's going to want to stick up in the air. Try to slow down. Get it done right. Come on, remember, what are we building? Conditioning, stamina, endurance. Come on. Get that heat, that heart rate. 10 seconds to go. Time. All right. Touchdowns. That curtsy shuffle. Here we go. Find that long back, that solid core. Come on. Come on, you got it, you got it. Lengthen through that spine. Get the hips to drop. You should feel heat in the legs, not just the lungs. Time. Back to our jump rope. Last minute. Oh my goodness. Three, two, one. All right. Planks, planks, planks. 3, 2, 1. Whew. I'm breathing, huffing, puffing. You should be too. If you have a heart rate monitor, it's great. That's fun. Super nice to be able to check in and see what the number is when you feel the way you do. But definitely not necessary to build that push, to learn how to drive, to know where your maximum capacity is. You'll feel it. But it is also fun to watch that number change. So hopefully as you condition, then when your heart rate, let's say, used to be all you can manage for a bit of time at 160, then it'll move to 170. All right, take a break. Then it'll move to 180. So it's good. That's how you know you're conditioning. Set up your side plank. Here we go. Lift it up. Hold in place. If you'd like, you can lift that top leg. How are you building? How are you advancing? Breathe deep. 3, 2, switch to the other side. If you're doing this in sync, the timing as they come out new, then this is Thanksgiving Day, 2021. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy. Be balanced. Be grateful. It's not a day to be extreme, count calories or weigh in time. It's a day to be thankful for how far you've come and thankful that you are still going. Thankful that you have 30 minutes in your day that you gave to continuing your health, wellness, strength, and longevity. Nice work, everybody. All right, we'll start at the back of the mat. That's where we're at. So push your hips behind so you feel that hinge in those hip creases. Let the weight of your upper body pull you forward. Grab each elbow with your hands and just enjoy that for a second or two. Gently swing side to side. All right, and then we're going to walk our hands out and bring your right leg outside your right hand. So we'll come into a hip flexor stretch. Turn your hands so that they point toward your back leg. We'll stretch through forearms. Good job, you all. Sometimes I know the motivation might not be there to make it to the mat. Even those of us that love and enjoy working out, some days getting to the mat is more difficult than others. Hinge back in a pure sense of motivation, I mean, right now. But you can still find a way to unroll the mat, to click play, to just start breathing. Maybe don't hold weight. Maybe take a couple breaks. Most of the time, as you get going, it'll pick up, and giving it to yourself, feeling that push, especially sticking with the discipline and the practice, is really, really so beneficial in the long term. All right, cross that ankle over. And some days, you know, you need a break, and that's totally fine too. But on the days where you know you need to make it to your mat, but you're just not motivated, still make it. Still click play. Even if you just lay on your back and stretch and watch me huff and puff my way through it, then you still stuck with the practice. You still stuck with the discipline. Turning it on, unrolling your mat, taking some deep breaths, doing something for you. That's the biggest deal. We have to continue to keep that practice and keep that discipline. All right, switch it up. The people around us benefit from it almost as much as we do. All right, now you're going to turn your hands up. So the backs of the hands are on the ground. I'm going to just do one at a time. I don't want to put too much pressure. So the back of my hand is on the ground, the palm facing up. And I'm going to switch to the other side. Okay, and then hinge back, get that hamstring, toe comes up. Make sure you're leveling off those hips. So we already got our pigeon on the right. Now we're going to get that pigeon on the left. A couple more breaths here. I've actually heard from probably a handful, if not almost 2 handfuls of you, that you're motivated to make it back to your mat because, you know, there will be a stretch at the end. So I will work my hardest to make sure that we keep that. It is almost just as important as all the huffing and puffing and burning and working prior to it. If you're struggling with your pigeon, if you're not quite sure what you're doing or what's going on, if even getting into the pre-poses is proving difficult, just shoot me a quick email. I'm happy to work with you on it, send some progression videos and ideas. All right, come on up. Let's bring those arms all the way overhead with us. Good job, everybody. Enjoy your day, Thanksgiving or whatever other day it is. And I'll see you back for more tomorrow. Let's keep building.